Now, beyond the frontiers, writers of chronicles list many high sounding titles assumed by the Mughal emperors: Jahangir, world Caesar, or Shahjahan, king of the world. So these reflect some tension and political rivalry arising from competing regional interests, the Safavids and Kandahar. So Kandahar was a bone of contention between the Safavids and the Mughals, and a constant aim of Mughal policy was to ward off this political danger by controlling strategic outposts, notably Kabul and Kandahar. Jahangir's dream in this figure. So the fortress town had initially been in the possession of Humayun, reconquered in 1595 by Akbar. While the Safavid court retained diplomatic relations with the Mughals, it continued to stake claims to Kandahar. In 1613, Jahangir sent a diplomatic envoy to the court of Shah Abbas to plead the Mughal case for retaining Kandahar, but the mission failed. In the winter of 1622, a Persian army besieged Kandahar. The ill prepared Mughal garrison was defeated and had to surrender the fortress and the city to the Safavids, the Ottomans, pilgrimage, and trade. The relationship between the Mughals and the Ottomans was marked by the concern to ensure free movement for merchants and pilgrims in the territories under Ottoman control. This was especially true for the Hijaz, the part of Ottoman Arabia where the important pilgrim centers of Mecca and Medina were located. The Mughal emperor usually combined religion and commerce by exporting valuable merchandise to Aden and Mocha, both Red Sea ports, and distributing the proceeds of the sales in charity to the keepers of shrines and religious men there. So, Jesuits at the Mughal court. The Portuguese king was also interested in the propagation of Christianity with the help of the missionaries of the Society of Jesus, the Jesuits. The Christian missions to India during the 16th century were part of this process of trade and empire building. Akbar was curious about Christianity and dispatched an embassy to Goa to invite Jesuit priests. The first Jesuit mission reached the Mughal court at Fatehpur Sikri in 1580 and stayed for about 2 years. The Jesuits spoke to Akbar about Christianity and debated its virtues with the ulema. Two more missions were sent to the Mughal court at Lahore in 1591 and 1595. The Jesuit accounts are based on personal observation and shed light on the character and mind of the emperor. Questioning formal religion. So Montserrat remarked that the king cared little, that in allowing everyone to follow his religion, he was in reality violating all. So Akbar's quest for religious knowledge led to interfaith debates in the Ibadat Khana at Fatehpur Sikri between learned Muslims, Hindus, Jains, Parsis, and Christians. So, Home in the Haram. This is an excerpt from Abdul Qadir Badayuni's Muntakhab ul Tariq, a theologian and a courtier. So, Badayuni was critical of his employer's policies and did not wish to make the contents of his book public. Okay, so these ideas were in harmony with the perspective of the court chroniclers, who gave us a sense of the processes by which the Mughal rulers could effectively assimilate such a heterogeneous populace within an imperial edifice. Timeline. Some major Mughal chronicles and memoir, circa 1530, manuscript of Babur's memoir in Turkish, saved from a storm, becomes part of the family collection of the Timurids. 1587, Gulbadan Begum begins to write the Humayunama. 1589, Babur's memoir translated into Persian as Baburnama. 1589 to 1602, Abul Fazl works on the Akbarnama. 1605 to 22, Jahangir writes his memoir, the Jahangirnama. 1639 to 47, Lahori composes the first two daftars of the Badshah-nama. 1650, Muhammad Waris begins to chronicle the third decade of Shah Jahan's reign. 1668, Alamgir Nama, a history of the first 10 years of Aurangzeb's reign, compiled by Muhammad Kazim. This is the end of this theme 9.